What's up, guys? PGH Weiss Schwarz here. Strictly Broken Jason here with Brian. Say hello, Brian.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
With Carmen.
What up?
Say hello, Carmen.
What up? What up?
And that other guy that nobody remembers. I think his name's Andy.
Hey, that is my name, actually. That's right. You remembered.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Yeah. Here with green KanoKari, the best color, because the best girl is in it. All right. Starting off with the not best girl, Ruka. She has continuous. If you have two or more other rent-a-girlfriend characters, this gains 1k power. And when this becomes reversed in battle, you may reveal up to 3 cards from the top of your library. Choose a rent-a-girlfriend character, put in your hand. Then if you add one, if you revealed any, discard a card. I hate this card. I hate Anniversary Days.
I hate it, but you have to play it because this deck sucks.
Because
The deck speed, like it does,
Yeah.
it sucks with deck speed. The deck
This
doesn't
is
suck.
like-
The deck sucks at moving through its deck. You
Being
see?
3k is okay sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
but the deck needs the Universe Rize because there's no Chiori. If there was a Chiori, I would literally never touch this card.
The set that needed it the most and it didn't get it.
Yeah, because events too would have been actually sick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand all the hate for the on reverse Ritas. Like, yeah, they're not as good as the on play ones, but
Well, the
It's
timing is
bad timing. It's
Timing's
bad
weird, yeah.
timing later in the game.
The timing is just leads to it leads to frustrations too many times for me to actually ever enjoy them. And I don't like the idea of having to proactively crash my card to mill my deck. That doesn't feel rewarding to me.
well, I don't think you necessarily play 4 of it. First of all,
Well, you don't play 4 of it, right? It's like a card I want to play 0 in every deck I can physically play 0 in.
Yeah.
I don't know. I played with these on reverse Ritas before. I mean, I like them. Like, the way I like to think about them is that yeah, I'd prefer an on play Rize too, but
Well,
even if it has to be on death, okay, I think early in the game, I like to open with it.
Well, yeah. The early in the game thing is not the problem with the card. On first deck, who cares? It doesn't matter. We're talking about later in the game, they dramatically lose value over any other mill card.
I do genuinely prefer Chiori for the fact that Chiori, even if it's not Azusa, it has the ability to function similarly to an Azusa, where I can proactively use it in my main phase.
Where you can play over it.
Is
Yeah.
it cringe? Yeah.
Yeah, you can take
But
the
can my
cringe
opponent-
neg. Yeah.
Can my opponent deny my mill? No. No, they cannot.
Oh yeah, that shit's
that's
actually
what's
so
also
cringe with this
Because
card.
sometimes if your opponent reads that you're just fielding you double field Rize or something, right? They could just side your Rize, and that could be a real big issue.
Yeah.
If you double field Rize or whatever, and you can't crash them, and you're showing 4 or 5 CXs out, and you kind of
Come on, how are you not? If you're at that stage in the game where things are going pretty bad and you need to mill, how do you
JC
not
exists?
crash these if you want to?
JC exists.
JC, your opponent could
Your
I don't know,
opponent
Andy.
combos,
Andy, what
et
if
cetera, et cetera.
okay, think about this situation, right? Your opponent is playing something as dumb as a sack anti-change counter. And you attack in with this with the intent to crash, and you have 6 cards left in your deck, and you're at 2-5 or something, and this is your first attack, and your opponent goes, how many are you out? And you say 8, and they take a 3-stock neg just to kill your claw compression because they're already ahead. You know? Things like that.
I mean,
can
is that
be
really
loss.
a bad deal for you then, though?
Yes.
If you're at 6 in deck,
you lose.
if you're at 6 in deck and you're at 2-6.
Mm-mm.
Well, it doesn't matter what.
Did you mean 3-6? If you're at 3-6, that's different. But
No.
Percentage is an example.
Losing your clock compression off this
Is
is
game losing.
is a game loss. Yeah.
But even then, it's just you also just even if those weird situations like that don't happen, right? Because that's a pretty obscure situation that won't really come up. Just I don't like the idea of being I have to play this card with the intent to crash it, and that is the only way I can functionally mill with this card. And sometimes you may think milling with this card is better, right? But then all of a sudden it mills the last climax. It does whatever. You have to use this card at specific timings. Is probably my biggest issue with the card. The windows for it are a lot more restrictive than most other level 0 mill profiles. and it's why I will never opt to play them. If a set will give me a Chieri, I will play the Chieri.
Yeah, we're not saying you don't play this in KanoKari. You play the card. You play like 2+ of this card.
You have to play this
because you have to. I think I play like 2 or 3 because you're forced to.
If I can get away with not playing it, I will choose to not play it. In any deck where I don't need the mill or whatever, I will opt to not play this kind of profile.
It literally,
if it's actually one of those profiles like the Summer Pockets one,
the Summer Pockets one deletes itself from the game.
I'm more inclined. I like the ones that I don't mind the ones that remove themselves because when they're relevant at 0, as just like good selection tools to move through my deck for first deck when I don't care, it's fine. And then I play them down, and they remove the extra copies of themselves from the game, so I don't have to look at them anymore. Then it's fine.
Yeah, there has to be some incentive to play a card with on reverse reset.
The 3K is fine though.
Really sick profile.
Like the 3K part of it is like actually totally okay.
Yeah, I mean it just lives some of the time.
I prefer if it was a better condition than 2 or more others.
2 or more others cringe because
2 or more others is kind of awkward.
It makes you feel like a brainstorm.
There is a clean cut in the set if you want to play a more aggressive build. So like fulfilling the condition is fine if you're playing like 8-1K1 version of the deck. But like most builds opt into standby, so but yeah, I think the card in and of itself is just fine.
It's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
I give it a B-. I don't know if I'll type in time. There we go.
And I guess we'll just loop around since Jason read that one. So Andy, go ahead.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Maybe Rag's my set, dude.
Maybe.
You're forced to play a card like this that I'd already be playing. That's like. Well, we'll see.
Read the rest of the cards.
All right, let's talk about the actual draw of the set.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What was her name again?
Sumi.
Oh, it's it right there. If Sumi, my girlfriend's in your level zones, gets 3,000 power. Which I'm assuming is that level 0.
It's a brainstorm.
It's a brainstorm.
Okay, cool. When this is played from hand to stage, you get a heal. When this attacks, if you have toward the goal in your climax zone and you have another rental girlfriend character until the end of your opponent's turn, this gets the effect at the beginning of your opponent's attack step. Choose up to 2 of your opponent's characters and give them -1 soul. So it's like a soul wall, just a generic soul wall finisher.
That entire text doesn't matter.
Yeah,
doesn't exist.
Yeah, the third line of text is flavor text. You never play the combo. There is an event. I should have put it on the slide. There's an event that allows you to play this at 2 for 1 stock.
The event is probably the card I want to rate more than this card itself, because this card is just a cool 11-5 EP, like 11-5 healer, right? It's like, okay, sure. It's the event that's actually like the broken part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it seems like a legit strategy, though.
Yeah,
right? To just like go all in on the early plays and this go right into your finisher.
No, because this is your early play. Like this is the early card you want to early play. You don't want to play -souls. But yeah, is it a functional -soul? Yeah, it is.
But I mean, you can do that combo at level 2 also. You can like Goblin Slayer it, and just neg their field soul.
You can.
And it's off bar, so you can loop it. It's like pretty solid.
In terms of a -soul wall, it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you're already playing it for the early play, then that's even more incentive.
The good thing about the neg soul part is that when you play it with the event, the card does gain hexproof. So it can't be bounced, or anything like that. So if you are opting to play the neg soul, your opponent will have to deal with it. Yeah, it only loses to your opponent having hexproof cards, which is rare. So in terms of an neg soul wall, it is better than most, despite having to target, because it's off bar and because it will be hexproof. But again, most decks opting to play the package are not playing the combo.
Well, I also just think this deck defensively doesn't really value that. It values the CXs that can help you select for better cards, so you can like play this down again. So you can like grab more meaningful cards like Free Fresh Counter. And like again, like we said, the deck doesn't mill very much. So like -souling for a turn doesn't really get you very far because you can't. It's not like you're gonna move through your deck afterwards or anything, right? So it's not like my deck state's bad. Let me buy a turn by -souling and then move through my deck and do like a better deck. You don't really do that. It's kind of just like,
and like
you might have another bar.
You might counter with like, oh, it's off bar, just do it again. But you can't. That's not like a reliable strategy. It's a flimsy strategy. You know, like
Beaufort and their pants triggers.
yeah. But
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's like the end all be all, but it is kind of convenient that your early play that you're already. It's not like you're stretching to play the early play. It sounds like you're already playing it because it's big and it heals.
Right.
And then having the climax combo is just like a nice little bonus.
It is. It is definitely convenient. I won't deny that. Because you're playing this card at like a 4 of anyway. But the problem is literally just what the other climaxes offer you. Mostly as climaxes, not even necessarily as combos. Is just much more relevant to the actual game you're playing throughout this game. Where like the bard doesn't actually help you. You don't have good ditch outs or like good like you don't have like a lot of good like ditch outs and like hand filter to convert bars to anything meaningful ever.
They only ever convert to like top of deck, basically.
But you can stock out all the time.
Yeah, you can always stock out.
Door and choice triggers are sick because you can always convert you can always get rid of the door after, or you can always pay out that climax. But bars can kind of get clogged.
It's like so multiple turns of your opponent like having to face down repeated heals is usually better than playing the climax combo. Is like the big thing. You can't with the condition because you play an event. It's a 2-1 event. So the way the event works, I guess we can briefly look at it. I don't want to rate it now because it'll break the whole set review. But just in like effort of showing it,
the event enables everything.
Yeah, the event it's slide 59 if you guys want to jump to it. You play it and then you summon the card from your hand, so it's the same card economy as a heal to stock. It just needs 2 specific cards instead. And then your opponent can't back up, and then it can't be chosen, so it's hexproof.
Till the end of your opponent's turn.
Yeah, so it's hexproof cross turn, and then they can't play backups, but you can play backups, unlike cards like President or Big Rudy or whatever. So your opponent is already going to have a hard time like answering multiple turns of this card. So like you might say, well then the Neg Soul is insult to injury, but it doesn't help as much as just playing triggers that give you repeated copies. Because you can also bond back the event, because the event doesn't go to memory. You can get the event back. The event has a bonder, also in this color. But anyway, this card as is, the 3/2 as is, I think it is a totally fine card. It's like a totally playable card on its own.
Yeah, seems pretty good. 11/5 hexproof healer that plays for 1 stock.
The card as intended alone is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like as a it's kind of like a minus because you have to like play the event to actually get the card in field. But I guess it's the same economy as just healing the
Heal
stock.
the stock, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a heal to stock, especially because of how easy it is to put that event in your hand. Because we will see there are like 2 to 3 cards that can put the event in your hand for you or help you find the event. So it doesn't really matter. It's very easy to select.
The event's like practically a character with how easy it is to get. It's like actually really spooky how easy it is to get that event.
Yeah, you play against this, and at level 2, it is like pretty safe to assume they have double event or like event plus bonder to just field 2 of this, and you're just like, yeah, okay, whatever.
It's really easy to get the card.
I mean, even without the event, it's still a heal for 2 stock that sits cross turn at 11/5.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be bigger too, because assuming you're actually playing the card, you're gonna be playing the support card.
They're usually 13, yeah. So, all right, we can move on.
I think I'll give it. I'll give it the A. I like it. A lot more than you guys do, I think. Even if
okay, I love this card.
I haven't played the set, but
he likes the combo part. He likes the combo part.
I like the whole package.
You know the whole package.
Okay.
From the climax to the effect to the eyebrows, I like it all.
Sure. I mean, I agree. The eyebrows are great.
All right, we've got this level 3 green Chizuru. Full field early play. If you have 2 or more other rag trait characters, it's 10k. And it is on play, ditch a card, heal the stock. That's a very solid early play healer. Sits cross turn at 10.
It's always 10.
Always 10.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta bring up this counterpoint now too, though, to Carmen and Jason here. If you guys don't like the previous card because of the climax combo. Why even play that instead of just playing this as your
Because
early
it's
play?
massive, and like we said,
Yeah,
you don't-
because
like I
it's
said,
that
you
other
don't know the
card
whole
is
package.
that card. Yeah, when you see the other cards, it'll make sense. But
Like there's
this is a 10k
4-card
heal to stock.
package.
This is a 10k heal to stock, Andy. The Sumi is effectively a 13k hexproof, no backups healer for the same card
Heal to
economy.
stock.
Yeah.
It just does so much more because you are it's like a 4-card package that like the deck revolves around. So you will always play it. So when you're playing this pack, if you're neglecting to play the package, like yes, obviously I would never just play Sumi plus the event and move on with my life.
Yeah, you
have
play
to
the
play
whole
the other
thing.
card. But it's so easy to enable.
It's a
because
level
there's
1
even
combo. It's a level 2 game plan. You play it the whole game.
The whole deck is revolved around this early play because the payoff for it when you do it is so high. And that's where the appeal is. I'm not trying to play a splashable early play. I'm like committing to this card.
Yeah, it's your whole game
It's just
plan
like
when
I
you
would
play
commit to
Sumi.
Sumi.
Yeah. Sumi,
You'll
my
see.
one and
It'll
only.
all make sense by the end of green. It should be clear, and by the end of red, it'll be like crystal.
This
Why?
this card alone, though, back to the Chizuru itself, is actually
fine.
totally fine.
Yeah,
8 1k1 deck, you play this early play.
When you don't want to play the Sumi stuff. I mean, you could even play like realistically, you can play the Sumi in like an 8 1k1 deck. But if you don't want to play the Sumi, this is perfectly fine, very reasonable.
All right, next, Chizuru. Oh my God, it's another brainstorm.
Another brainstorm.
That's 6. Yeah, the start of your climax phase, choose one of your characters, gets 1k every turn. And then it is a rest to salvage brainstorm.
Stinky.
Yeah, rest 2's a little rough.
It's a little rough for the other packages too. You have to have a card up to rest for some of the Sumi stuff. And there's there's like multiple. See, here's my problem. 1k power is a lot of power, but there are like 2 other, what is it, like salvage brainstorms that are self-rest, and like one gives soul.
Yeah,
and
the Chizuru brainstorms the door synergy one.
Like the Chizuru gives soul, and the Sumi gives 500 when you get a reverse. So you have like brainstorms with like combat focused effects already. So like, yeah, what's the point? I might, in context of the set, I might give this a D+. I don't see a reason to play it.
Yeah, no reason for this card to exist. Agreed.
I mean, I guess it's probably the 1,000 power then every turn, right?
Yeah,
But it doesn't matter. That's the point. It's like the power
Yeah.
doesn't actually matter.
you have other brainstorms with like combat centric effects that are self rest. So like,
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
and you don't have cards in front row that you're like tapping down or sending to stock or anything stupid. So
I guess if you want to make your Chizuru level 1 combo really, really big.
I guess we have the Slayer for that too. You don't even need it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jason, you get the Sumi.
Woo! At the beginning of your attack phase, if this is in your front row, you may reveal the top card of your library. Wait, the top card of your library in the waiting room. Oh, put the top card. I don't know why I said. I thought it was reveal. I'm just blind. You may mill the top card of your deck. If it's a Rent a Girlfriend character, this gets 2k power, and then it has a pay 1 at the start of your encore step. If you have another rested characters in the front row, you pay the cost. If so, rest this. So it's instead of a mill runner, it's a mill oversize on offensive with Harn encore. I mean,
No oversize.
No,
Yeah.
no oversize.
mill assassin, whatever. I mean, it's like I don't know.
I'd
Okay.
rather play if you wanted like a plus. I guess
It's a
quote unquote
Sumi.
plusing level 0. I'd rather play the first card.
Yeah, I think you play a card that's 4K always
I
instead.
mean,
of
I think Sumi has Sumi also just actively has a better
Oversize, yeah.
plusing 0 in the set.
the Sumi being
This is fine.
the
No,
Rize,
it's
right?
a red one. That's Ruka.
Yeah, there's a red 3500 Sumi that's pretty
500 like
good.
field counter. Card's cool.
It's important because
yeah.
it's a Sumi because of
Sumi,
another card.
Sumi in name actually matters like so much. It is the most relevant name in this entire deck. This entire
Yeah,
set.
like Sumi in name means weirdly a lot. This set,
Sumi
Alright.
best, Sumi best.
Brian.
All right, we've got the roller skates combo. When this card attacks, it gains X power. where X is 500 times the number of your other Rent-A-Girlfriend characters, so it gets 2k max from that. And when the bar is placed in your climax zone, if this is in your front row, you can choose a level 1 or higher card in your waiting room and put it into your stock.
Stock
Slam
charge
the bar.
combo.
Slam the bar, get some stock.
It's nice timing for the stock, like on climax play.
Yeah, clean before your
Yeah,
triggers.
it means it'll all be clean at least.
What is this?
But
It's actually pretty
I-
good.
I-
being level 1 or higher is kind of obnoxious, though.
8-bar Sumi waifu is like, I don't know. You're like so hard up for pluses. I don't know. It's playable. I would always play the standby.
You have the Yuko.
You do have the Yuko, yeah. So I guess you have ways to.
You have a card. You have actually cards in the set that can convert the stock to a plus, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, okay. The Yuko does make this a lot better, actually. It's fine.
It's okay, yeah.
It's Sumi. It's cute. Look at it.
He is on roller skates.
The best. Fine card. Get a C.
All right. Next. Back to Andy.
Or
Or no, wait. This is mine, right? Is it?
Well, no, you skipped Andy, but
Yeah, I think
Did
my
I
turn
skip
got
around?
skipped.
yeah, you skipped Andy.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Unbelievable.
Sorry.
I don't know who this character is anyway.
Chizuru.
This whatever. Battle opponent gets reversed. You can send this to memory. Start of your next turn, choose a Chizuru herself in your memory and put it on any slot of your field. So it is a time machine effect.
Time machine.
Whoa.
How about this for like a theoretical deck build? Like, hear me out, okay? Like, you run the fuck. I'm forgetting everyone's name. The Bar Sumi combo.
Mm-hmm.
Which one, the stock one or the Negsol?
The Negsol combo. At level 2 into like an actual finisher at level 3, and then you just use this as your plussing engine at level 1.
Nope.
As it's not on a climax.
Or you just play better cards, so
Yeah.
you can afford to actually early play the Sumi, because not having good pluses makes it so Sumi early playing the Sumi is actually hard. So we don't want that. We want to make
like
that
the selectivity.
Sumi, yeah, no, not even the selectivity, just like plussing real cards,
Plussing
right?
in
Like, I don't
general.
want Time Machine. Time Machine is like worse than a non-selective plus. Like, Maguro to me is like a more non-selective plus. This is just like the lowest quality plus. I think a card leaving and re-entering the field is the lowest quality plus you can have, because it doesn't progress anything. It's the card just doesn't leave, right?
I mean, I guess it makes it difficult for you to play filtering cards on your following turn if your field's clogging back up.
Like,
is that like what you're getting at?
Well, no, it can, yes, but in general, it's like this card. So this card being a plus to me does not, in any deck, mind you, does like not progress my game state. It's like the same reason I kind of dislike Oboros a lot, is because Oboros are a plus that don't progress.
Oboro, you gotta have something else going on.
They're just an extra attacker again. That's all this card is. It's just an attacker again, which is fine. You know, if I'm hand light or whatever, it keeps me up in hand because I don't have to commit the board every time. But it makes it really hard for me to actually like sculpt for things, because then your sculpting is brainstorm, and that, especially with a card like this, like you said, it's coming back onto the board. So when it's coming back onto the board, then I don't have the room to recommit things. Like, at least Oboro bouncing to hand lets me now commit selective cards in the place of where those Oboros were. At least this card does not. It's why I find Time Machine to be very mediocre. And it's not like you could argue Hand Encore is similar, but Hand Encore is at least selective, and that I can choose to do it or not do it.
Hand Encore is not plussing though.
Hand Encore is not plussing, but Hand Encore can be enabled by plussing. Where, like, for example, like Grisaya, right? Like 8 choice, they play the card that gives their level 1 combo Hand Encore. So now their Hand Encore pluses, so their combo pluses them, and then they can now opt to Hand Encore their combo back and keep the combo. So they get the choice to turn the plus into their same card. Whereas Time Machine will only ever be this card. Time Machine suck. TLDR. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
It was a good one. I'd attend that one live in conference.
Thank you.
All right.
It's cute, Andy, but they're better cards. That's the big issue. For a set that's pretty whatever, this has better cards than that.
Yeah, I guess I'm on board with that.
All right, Brian.
Oh, I get to read again. Poggy's
Wow, OP.
mommy combo. 2-1 off bar. Level assist. When you slam the bar, you may pay 1 stock. If you do, choose one of your opponent's front row characters and bounce it to their hand. Yeah, I guess that is Mommy's thing, is bouncing cards back to the opponent's hand. And once per turn, when your character with Mommy in name direct attacks, you can pay 1, ditch 1. If you do, heal 1.
Oh, see, Andy, that's the face. That's the kill somebody face.
Yeah, the one on the climax. Yeah.
She gets like the deadpan eyes.
Yeah, her psychopath face.
Mm-hmm.
That heal effect's kind of interesting.
It's expensive.
This is weird.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It like, you know, it incentivizes you to bounce, I guess. But this is 2 stock and a card to heal, as opposed to playing a green heal to stock early play. That's 4 or more. Wait a second. So you're telling me you gotta play a climax and pay the same cost as the Chizuru early play to get the exact same effect.
I think the climax combo is pretty shit. But
yeah, if your opponent left
the...
you an open lane, you don't.
Hey man, yeah, that effect is not climax combo.
Oh, the effect isn't climax combo. Okay,
no,
okay.
Yeah, I think the point of it is if you're playing a Mami waifu deck, you play this as your level assist.
And you just heal randomly when your opponent.
Yeah, you just randomly get a heal.
You can pretend your Cyril changing clothes, and you every time you declare a direct attack, you can just tell them, "Hang on, I'm thinking."
Yeah.
If you want to heal or not. It's sick, dude. We can stall. We're not allowed to stall anymore.
What's wrong with her one eyeball? Look at that left eye.
It's fucking dented, yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, it is weird. So, you know, it's a fucking.
It's supposed to be like an angle thing. Like, I can kind of see the perspective they're going for if you like move around the image a little bit.
It does look weird on a card.
It's weird.
You know, it's for Mommy waifu.
I think it seems fine in like Mami waifu.
Mami waifu might be okay. When your Ricky puts in the work and bounces.
Or, I mean, I don't know how many. Is there like a Mami early play in general? We're one of the ones earlier.
Yeah, well, you have the check X.
The check X, yeah.
I was gonna say like maybe like if you just want a level assist and you just incidentally have enough Mommies, like that triggers off of any Mami character.
There's a better support
you can maybe
card.
fit it in.
I mean, if that's the way you're taking your deck build, this is fine.
I guess. Yeah.
I mean, you know, there's more things to question than you playing this card if you're choosing to play Mami waifu.
I was talking about not Mami waifu builds. I was talking about like
if you're not
playing
Mami
build.
waifu, there's no way you're playing this card. Mami does not have enough actively good cards to play this card.
Okay.
All right. Next.
I'm just spitballing ideas here.
I think we actually passed all the good Mami cards, by the way.
Yeah, I think the Mommy cards are over. Oh, this is a good card. We got this Sumi. All of your characters with Sumi in name in front of this card get 1500 power. Extremely relevant effect. Experience. If you have the level condition at the beginning of your encore before you send characters to grave, you can ditch draw, which is like, you know, quote unquote deck speed, and then you can rest it and give any of your characters an extra 500 power. So this is when you play the standby level 1 combo, this is what you bring out at level 1.
Every time. 100% of the time.
Yeah, 100% of the time.
This is what you're shooting.
This card like brings your whole deck online. Even your level 0 Sumi oversize becomes like a 5k beater.
Mm-hmm.
So like the Sumi name again is very, very relevant for a bunch of different cards. And you have level 1s with on reverse effects too. Notably, there's a Yuko, and this card is like a standing card in your back row. When you're going to resolve that, you can rest it, which is pretty cool. So, yeah.
That filter effect goes off every turn, so long as you have the experience condition. Even the turn you standby out.
This deck has a lot of built-in ways to.
You will always have that experience.
I can count on one hand how many times I've whiffed the Sumi.
Yeah, when you whiff it though, it's like the worst thing in the world. But like you don't really miss it. You don't really whiff it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you have a ton of consistency tools for getting that card into level.
Card is just so good. It's this is like one of the bigger payoff cards towards this thing. You wouldn't if this card didn't exist, you would not
give this
play
an A.
Yeah, you wouldn't. I'll give it an A-, but you would not play the EP package if this card didn't exist. Or like bare minimum, you wouldn't play the standby stuff towards it. You would just like maybe just play it generically. But what also matters is that the event that we talked about already has a condition of 2 Sumis on field. So this plus the brainstorm will meet your 2 Sumi condition every time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Granted, you're almost in standby whatever. In standby blank, it's like pretty impossible to not have the condition. Because your deck is like
every card is a
80%
Sumi.
Sumis.
Every card's a Sumi.
You will take turns and you will just be like, oh, my whole board's Sumi.
Yeah,
Oh,
it happens every
Sumi.
time. You're just like, yep, that's all the same girl on the field.
Yep.
Every turn. Every turn past level 1, every card is a Sumi. But yeah, card's sick.
Very good card.
Alright, next, Jason.
Alright. 2-1 Ruka CX combo at beginning of your Encore phase if look Kazuya-kun is in your climax zone and if it's in the front row and no other character opposite this or it's reversed, you can look it up to 4 cards on top of your library, choose a rent-a-girlfriend character, show it to your opponent, put it into your hand, and then choose one of the remaining cards and put it into your stock. Right? Put their it's mill them all and then blind stock one. Ew. I like that. I like the way I read it better. When this becomes reversed, if the battle opponent of this card is higher level than your opponent, you may put the card into your opponent's clock, and if so, put heal clock and then put it in. Oh, that's cute actually. Wow.
The anti-early play bomb with
The combos.
Yeah.
It can do its best to always actually get its thing. I will admit though, the JP name for the climax being Mite Kazuya-kun is a bit cuter than the English.
Yeah.
But what
Look.
Yeah, look, Kazuya-kun. That's kind of cringe. But Mite sounds cute. It's like endearing.
It's an anti-change bomb, at the very least.
There's a better one. I'm pretty
There's
sure.
a better one, yeah, I think. Maybe.
I'm pretty sure it has just a straight Adachi, doesn't it?
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Card's fine.
It's fine.
Combos interesting.
Off bag?
It's off bag is spicy. Love
It's
stock.
free real estate, dude. It's free. It replaces itself.
Does replace itself. It pays for itself.
It's like choice,
Free.
but it gives you dirty
Free real
stock
estate.
always.
Pepe.
Bag is just a dirty choice.
Dirty choice.
Oh, it's true. All right.
All right.
Next card.
Next. Back to Andy.
Okay, cool. When proof of love is put on your climax zone, and this is in your front row, you can clock yourself. If you do, look at 2 cards from the top of your deck, choose 2 cause 0 or lower characters from among them, put them separate slots on your stage, and the rest to waiting room. At the start of your opponent's draw step, it's a coin flip. Level 1 or higher card on top of your deck, it gets to pop back to your hand.
Dude, it's a squad up combo.
2
It's
soul.
sick.
Combos off a 2 soul, yeah.
Squad up.
It's the rush card.
Yeah, squad up. You summon the squad. Notably, this card can call things that are higher level than you. Yeah,
level
cause
1.
zeros. Yeah, you can summon level 1 at level 0.
What's that stupid deck Dean likes? The Idol Master one?
Dodai.
I don't know. Oh no, this is
Dodai.
Dodai.
Yeah, it's like Dodai or something, right?
No, this is not Dodai.
That's not Dodai. Dodai is
Dodai is you play the one back row, the back row summons the swarm of the same shitter.
yeah,
the board.
and then you play the 2 soul again every turn.
Yeah,
'Cause you have
This is
glow
kind of like
sticks.
this is kind of like the concept, though, right? Like you.
It's a similar idea.
Similar
yeah.
Board
concept,
fill.
yeah. So you slam this down, you spawn 2 dudes, this card coin flows back to your hand, and you do it again the next turn, and you're like, slam
You
the
ha-
2 soul.
Yeah,
You
'cause
have
this has
hit
to be in
two-
front
you have
row.
to hit 2 dudes in the top 2
Yeah,
cards
yeah.
of
You
the deck,
slam, you put this down, you slam the 2 soul, this card coin flips back to your hand, then you can play it again the next turn. And because
Yeah.
the 2 soul, this card can side attack.
Oh, I think what Brian's getting at is that if you want to just spawn out shitters to attack with, you have to go into
Yeah.
your climax step with a not full field.
Right. Or you
But I guess
or
in
you-
that case, you could have 3 cards in the front row and spawn 2 cards to your
you
backstage.
could spawn them to the back if you hit them, yeah. But I mean, you have to hit or you're trying to hit two
Wait a minute.
characters off the top 2 cards of your deck.
Wait, no,
all
this
at once.
card's worse. Oh
Yeah.
no! All the other
Yeah.
squad up combos are just from waiting room. Why?
No,
is
this is from top 2 cards of your
Yeah,
deck.
it's random. Yeah.
Random is icky.
Yeah.
I thought this was like the other ones.
At
I'll
least
give
it's
it
a
like-
coin
like
flip.
the-
C minus.
Because I played the my friend actively plays this in Chizuru Waifu just for the coin flip. It's just a level 0 coin with the guy. I don't play the combo, but like because there's this one in Idolmaster Cinderella Girls that's like I think it's on a stock soul or whatever, and it's just summon 2 dudes from waiting room. It is a 1/0 though, but it's a 1/0, and there's also the Steins Gate one that's the same thing on a door.
Mhm.
They just summon 2 dudes.
Yeah.
Those cards are dank. They squat up.
This one is clock yourself, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, see they're both climaxes, and be sad.
Yep.
You know, cringe.
That's gotta hurt.
All right. Next. Brian.
Next, oh,
Oh, the twin drive. On attack, pay 1 twin drive. And when your character's trigger check reveals a climax card, choose one of your characters. That character gets 2k. The card's sick.
this card's a 5k with the 2/1.
It is.
It is. Yeah, I like this card a lot.
I don't know if you have
Yep.
space for this card,
It's cute though.
even in Sumi builds, but it is good card. Yeah.
If you can fit it, I'm a big fan of twin drive, keeping your stock clean, pumping extra power randomly, and I dig it.
Cute.
All right. Next.
But it's still better than the.
Oh, the best Sumi card. One of the best Sumi cards.
True. The Sumi.
All right. On play, you have 2 or more other rental girlfriend characters. You can draw ditch. And then it is a drop search. This is who's her name?
Mari.
Mari drop search from Love Live, but it's a level 1. But you're playing Sumi anyway, so who cares?
Yep.
Double hand filter. Card's fucking sick. Fucking
It-
effect is so
You will.
stupid.
You will use this card as a foolish burial.
Yeah, you always.
Ironically, you will. If you don't have that 2/1 in your grave going into your turn, you will.
Yeah, you will search,
you will
then draw
take-
ditch. Yeah.
You will take hella awkward turns where you will like play this card down, pay 1, drop 1, search for the 2/1, then ditch it to draw, then draw drop afterward just to put the 2/1 there. And then sometimes you'll even like you'll take a hard neg because your spoiler, your 2/1 combo doesn't actually care if you hard neg or not during your turn. Where you'll go like because your level 1 combo is split color because of this card, you'll go like player level swap, level green first or whatever. Then you'll play this card down, do its effects, swap into your red stuff, then play your combo out, and then go. And you're like, yep, this is. And then you'll stand by, overplay your level assist, and just move on with your life. And it's like, yep, this is the game.
Card's sick
That's it.
though.
Yeah, I can dig it. I can dig
This
it
card,
for sure.
this card does so
Mhm.
much. Like it is just
Easy
it does
A.
so much all the time. It is your ditch out. It is your everything.
I can dig it.
Turns out a banless card, even at level 1, is still ridiculous.
Still a good card. And because it's a Sumi, it's a 55 in front of
Yeah.
in front of the support.
Yeah,
Like,
and then the combo,
yeah.
the level 1 combo will make it so it can even kill standby cards. It's sick.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
so dumb.
It gets the
yeah.
it gets the 0.5 for me.
Yeah, this card's really fucking good in the deck. Sumi payoff, showing off.
Yep.
Oh no. Who'd we lose?
Oh. And he's dead. Hope he's back.
He's
Oh,
back.
Darn.
Okay.
Oh darn! Shut up.
Alright. Jason, this is your mommy.
I've been robbed. All right. Mami, when this is placed on hand from hand to stage, all players will perform the following action. If you have 5 or more cards in memory, choose up to 4 cards in your memory. Put all cards in memory not chosen into your waiting room, and it's a Shimakai on attack.
Literally the owl memory dump.
This card doesn't matter in English at all.
Nope.
Not yet. Maybe someday.
Maybe
No
one day there'll be
reason.
like a super memory deck, but literally nothing goes past like 4 to 5
Someday
memory.
it'll be worth playing.
I mean, it's a Shimakai. I guess I'll give it the 0.5 for being a Shimakai. Shimakais are cool.
Alright. Next. Andy.
All right, we got the Sumi counter. Your opponent puts X cards from the bottom of their deck to waiting room, so they mill bottom 5. Hopefully, it's a 3K counter. I can dig it. I like mill counters. I like backing up for 3K. I like Sumi.
It seems
I
fine.
like this card.
Yeah, it's a C for cute.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
I think you're actually so over reliant on refresh counter in this set that you don't have the space to play it. I tried to fucking play a 1-1 split, and I was like, I need 2 fucking refresh counter. I can't fucking play this card.
Make sure you have it.
Yeah, it's
too bad it doesn't mill your own deck.
yeah. Well, you know, in KanoKari, it might be fine.
I know.
All right.
All
Next.
right. Level 0 Chizuru. When this card is placed from hand to stage, you may discard a Rent-A-Girlfriend character. If you do, search your library for one Isn't It Stupid Chizuru, which is the 2/1 vanilla. Put it in your hand and shuffle your deck. This ability activates up to once per turn. When your other 2/1 Chizuru vanilla is placed on the stage, you can choose a Rent-A-Girlfriend character from your waiting room and put it into your stock. So it searches for your vanilla and then lets you play it for free.
It's just worse than
It's
It's just worse than like the Salt Lily one.
Yep.
Not a fan.
Don't like.
No.
I'd rather just.
It's cute,
I'd
though.
rather not play Weiss Schwarz at all than to sleeve this card up and play it.
Wet Chizuru is cute, and then the 2/1s art is really good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was gonna make a wet T-shirt comment, but you know, Jason did it for me. All right, next, Sumi level swap, global 5,
Good.
rest. You swap a character in your level. You have to meet a fucking level requirement for the Sumi shit, so you play this as one of every deck that you play the Sumi shit. You gotta play it.
That is cute.
Wait. Just to make sure you have the brainstorm in your level.
Right.
Yeah. Like literally, this is literally a necessary card.
So when you don't always have the brain, because you have to level the brainstorm, you don't always have the brainstorm out immediately at level like 0, early 1. So having this card, the global 5 can matter a little bit. It just kind of puts your things at like a little bit more relevant powers. It'll put your drop search and behind the Sumi 2/1 at like 6k. It puts your level 1 combo at like 9.
No, like I'm like right on board with that.
Yeah.
Like
it's just a safety
the global
net.
5 can sometimes be useful even when the
level swap isn't.
Swap isn't, but
the
is the level swap really that necessary if you just run more of the brainstorm?
Yes. Oh,
Yes,
especially
because...
Jason touched on it because you're a dual color level 1. You're red-green. And your green cards are the cards that you would always play first. So it opens up the line of you being able to, because you're playing multiple Sumi drop search, right? So even if you don't have this card, the way your combo works, it refills your hand a lot on only 1 copy. So what you'll do is sometimes you'll level green, either search this card or then play this card after you play all your other green cards, and then swap into your condition, and then play, because you're
it just enables you to play your cards down.
Because the level 1 Sumi combo that we're referencing is a 2/1 that early plays when the brainstorm isn't level. So it's like an absolute necessity that you play this.
Oh, you have wait, you have 2 different early play level conditions.
You have 3.
You have 3, yeah.
So you need the brainstorm for the level.
The levels
for the early play. Then you need a different card for the 2/1.
The 2/1 is the same card.
The 2/1 back row needs the card. The 2/1 level 1 combo needs the card, and the 3/2 need the card. So you need the brainstorm in your level at level 1.
So you have to play this as like a consistency tool.
Yeah, this gets it there just in case you.
You need it. It's a need.
Not the greatest card, but it's good enough. It is good enough, and I would rather have it than not have it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's worth the 1 slot.
It's also really cute.
Yeah, it's cute.
Blushing Sumi is so strong.
All right, Jason, you get the Ruka. You keep getting cucked.
I'm literally just getting cucked. Just call me Kazuya. When this card is placed from hand to stage, look at the top card of your library. Put it either on top of your library or into the waiting room. When your other Rent-A-Girlfriend character attacks, this card gains 1500 power for the turn. Wow. Moving on.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Stinky.
I don't think it's completely unplayable, but
you can set climaxes on top of your deck for your Mami Ricky to bounce things.
I will literally never play this, even in Ruka Waifu. Ruka Waifu has infinitely better cards than this.
Yeah, like anything else. I mean, if the set has any other card that scries, it'd be better than this, probably.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Next card.
Okay.
Forgot it. We got it. Back to Andy.
Okay, I actually don't know who this is. We got glasses
Chizuru.
mixed in there now.
It's Chizuru when she's not in her Rent-A-Girlfriend mode.
Okay.
Yeah, she's like a Gundam, like a Transformer.
Like a Transformer, yeah.
Yeah, when she's placed from hand to stage, mill 2 cards. If there's a climax among them, choose a character in your opponent's front row and negate 1,000. At level 0, that's nice. You could just straight kill something.
I forgot it had that effect.
Oh, okay. When you play this from hand to stage, you can discard a card to get the
event.
change
It's the
event
Sumi
back to your hand.
Yeah.
Hey,
This is
that's
the event.
aight.
Oh, it's deck speed.
It is
It is deck speed. I was gonna say it's like you're so hard up, you don't even care. Like,
I mean, you're playing this card at like 1 to 2 of anyway. Because
yeah, you play it because it gets
grabs your
event.
event.
Yeah. You're leaning
Yeah,
hard into
that's-
that package. This card seems.
This is one of your 3 cards that put this event to your hand.
Probably a straight B actually.
I'm gonna be minus.
Yeah, we'll go to the B. I'll be a sheep.
All right.
Bah,
Sheeple.
bah. All right. Brian, go ahead.
All right, we've got this Mami 2K. Anti-runner character across from it can't move to another slot. And on the turn this card is placed on the stage from your hand, it gets to 3,500.
Wow.
It kills a runner.
Anti-runner.
That's fine.
Fuck
B
K.
plus for K, yeah. That's it. 1-0 Sumi. Oh, this is just a 2K. Nobody has to waste their turn.
Still
2K
a
bar for Sumi.
2K.
1-1 Ruka Adachi.
See? Told you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Adachi.
that's, yep.
And irrelevant color.
Solid.
Yeah, Adachi in green. Easily played. Pretty much any build. Alright, Jason.
Keep getting cocked. 2-1 Chizuru. This cannot side attack. Pay 1, drop 1 at the beginning of your opponent's climax phase. If you have another Rent-A-Girlfriend character, you can pay the cost. If you do. For the turn, this gets 3k power, and when the battle opponent this becomes reversed, you may salvage a Rent-A-Girlfriend character. And then startup, you may put this into the waiting room, choose a Chizuru, She, and the Sea in your waiting room, and place it into the slot this was in. That is a 2-1 that changes into it again and has some sort of power. I don't know.
This is like the rental girlfriend mode, normal mode.
Why is it
Flavor
startup mode?
cards.
Like, this is still like. So my issue is this card. At the beginning of your opponent's climax phase. This is the defensive end. It keeps being the
Yeah.
defensive end. Oh, I get it, because she opens herself up when she's in the rental girlfriend mode, and then she like closes her walls when she's herself. Oh, haha, cute. Why?
I don't know how
Lame.
much I like this effect though, right? Because this is the pay 1 discard a card to then get a salvage back when it reverses. That's like
It's like
meant
shittier
more
handbook,
for
I agree.
attacking, so you can like filter in a pinch.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
So
No Hambo.
you get big and you force your opponent to either crash and give you a plus or to side and
oh
lose
no,
damage.
it's not giving you a plus. You have to pay 1 ditch
It's
for
hand
the.
phasing.
Oh,
climate.
yeah. Never mind.
drop
Yeah,
side.
So if they
Yeah.
side you, you lose your card.
Never mind. I hate it.
I hate it.
I like the on opponent's turn power, but the having to discard to enable that like every time.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, why isn't it just like pay 1, get 3,000 power, and then on reverse ditch salvage? Like if it was worded a
That'd be
little
good.
bit differently.
Because it's a common.
Yeah. Pack filler. Speaking of pack filler, vanilla next.
Hey, it looks like a really nice vanilla.
Brian, you get the last card. You get the card.
The best card.
Oh, it's the event. 2-1 Sumi event. If you have 1 or less characters with Sumi in name, you can't play this card. Choose up to 1 of the Sumi early play in your hand, put it on any slot in your stage, and until the end of your opponent's next turn, it gains your opponent can't play backups from hand in this card's battle, and the card becomes hexproof. Seems pretty good.
Literally the
That's how
card.
you
And-
get your early play on the table.
In my
Really good card.
opinion, this is the entire reason you're playing KanoKari at all.
I agree.
Yep.
It is this card and this package. You are not playing the set for any other reason.
Yeah, you're only playing it for this. I'm not going to go all the way to S because I don't think it's a meta-defining card, but it is.
It's pretty
You
strong.
can.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if I was a true Sumi sim.
It's KanoKari meta defining.
Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay.
This
It's-
card defines KanoKari in the meta.
It's like
and
a
it's the
double
card
plus.
this is the card that will make this set relevant.
Yeah.
There's no other card in KanoKari that will make it a relevant deck other than this card, because this card is what lets your Sumis answer everything relevant in the game.
Mhm.
That's like that isn't
Literally,
President.
yeah, I was going to say the only thing I can't kill is President that's already down. Which, like,
But-
whatever.
But this card is hexproof, so they can't bounce it, they can't blink it, they can't do anything to it. The card has no backup, so the second it wins the lane on its turn, it will always win the lane. The card is 13k before you counter, so 15-5 when you counter.
Bond this thing back.
Yeah, you can take turns where you just go like, you play the event, you play the card, you play the bonder, you grab the event, you play the card, and you're just like, okay, cool. You didn't even have to sculpt for more than one of the events. So
couldn't President just cuck this every time though? Because then you can't play backups, so he'd be over you on the swing back.
You just don't contest that. Well, no, because they've already committed the president, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, it's after the president's already down.
If they're going to play the president after this card, yeah, sure. But the difference is you're fielding multiples of this.
It's the fact that you can. It's the fact that you can play. If they kill one, they just opened up a lane for you to play another one because it's so easy to get it back.
It doesn't actually matter.
It's so easy to loop.
Because you're a one-stock healer, right? You were a one-stock healer. They made between a 2 to 4 stock commitment to answer this card.
And if they kick it to clock, you just heal it off, get it again, and play it again. There's no way out. It's so easy to loop.
The hardest part is putting the event, and even then, it's not the hardest part, so it's fine. And it just doesn't matter because then if they play the president on their, if they for some reason they proactively play the president, then you just play the Sumis in the other lanes, and then the president can no longer contest your card. They now have to play another president. This card is in the perfect power range to be able to deny the Kaguya combo from reversing as well. They have to actually super stack on Kaguya to get it anywhere over it. Which is good. I think it's just and then then other decks just can't remove this card. They can't cheese bounce it or anything.
Mm-hmm.
It just sticks on the board. The card is strong.
Seems good.
This enables everything. The fact that this granted in JP this card came out when people were still playing anti-change counters and stuff, so that was actually even more relevant. But yeah, it's just as obnoxious as it can be.
All right.
While still being a one-stock early play. I think if this card was bigger, then it'd be actually broken. But
I think that's good for green. We will see you all in red.